Good morning, dear students. Today we learn about TS of Trachea from BSc third year class, paper number 2nd, Mammalian Histology, Respiratory Organs. The respiratory system consists of nose, nasopharynx, larynx, trachea, and trachea divided into bronchi and lungs. Among these organs, we shall consider only the trachea and the lungs. The trachea is windpipe, is thin-walled flexible tube, begins at larynx and bifurcate into primary bronchi. Primary bronchi divided into secondary bronchi, and secondary bronchi again divided into tertiary bronchi. These tertiary bronchi divided into bronchioles. Tertiary bronchi divided into bronchioles, and bronchioles again divided into air sac-like structure. This is called as alveola. This it is called as alveolus. Single rounded sac-like structure, it is called as alveolus. Many alveolus come together, it is called as alveola. And many alveola come together, it is called as alveolar sac. Alveolar sac. Here this larynx, it is cartilaginous part, but it is completely cartilaginous part. Trachea, it is also cartilaginous but incomplete cartilage present in the trachea. When trachea enters in the lung, this divided into primary bronchi. Right and left primary bronchi enters into respective lung. Again, when these enter into the lung, these primary bronchi divided into secondary bronchi. Secondary bronchi again divided into tertiary bronchi. Tertiary bronchi further divided into bronchioles, and bronchioles divided into the alveolar sac-like structure. Here, from this tertiary bronchi to primary bronchi, it is called as extrapulmonary airways. It is called as extrapulmonary airways. Here up to bronchioles, here it is called as intrapulmonary airways. And next, this part is called as a respiratory organ. This part is called as respiratory organ. Total respiratory tract divided into two zones. Conducting zone, these two parts is conducting zone, and remaining part, it is respiratory zone. Total respiratory system divided into two parts, conducting zone and respiratory zone. Here conducting zone, here is passes to next part, and respiratory zone, here alveolus, these are blood capillary networks. From blood and alveolar sac, here gases exchange takes place, and conducting zone, here conduction of air takes place. This respiratory system, here trachea present C-shaped cartilaginous ring. This cartilaginous ring is incomplete. Anteriorly, the cartilage ring is present. Posteriorly, fibrous connective tissue muscles present. It is called as trachealis muscles. This muscle is called as trachealis muscles. These trachealis muscles present towards the esophagus. When we observe histological structure of trachea, there is different layers present. About 4 layers are present in the histological structure of trachea. First layer, it is called as mucosa layer. First layer, it is called as mucosa layer. Second layer, it is called as submucosa layer. Third one, it is called as cartilage layer, and fourth is adventitia layer. Let us start with mucosa layer. This mucosa layer mainly consists epithelium, and epithelium forms ciliated pseudostratified epithelium. Here this epithelium consists ciliated pseudostratified epithelium, and this pseudostratified epithelium is cilia present, and this ciliated epithelium present about 30% cells are present in the epithelium. These are tall nucleus located towards the base, and here towards apical region numerous mitochondria present. These mitochondria provides energy for the ciliary movement, and these ciliated tall epithelial cells, mainly cilia present. These cilia movement takes place. Next, these cilia functions. These transports mucus upward towards the pharynx by cilia on the epithelium, and this helps to keep the lungs free of particles and bacteria. Here these cilia, again this epithelium surface keep free from bacteria and dust particles. Next cell is goblet cells. Here these goblet cells are club shaped, and cilia are absent. In these goblet cells, granules are present. These granules is mucigin granules, which are responsible for mucus secretion. These goblet cells are again 30% goblet cells are present in the epithelium and mainly functions as mucus secretion. Next cells are stem cells. Next cells present in the epithelium, it is called as stem cells. It is also called as basal cells. It is factory for the production of goblet and ciliated pseudostratified cells. These stem cells divides and convert into other type of cells, that is goblet and ciliated pseudostratified epithelium cells produced from the stem cells. These stem cells are also 30% in the epithelium. Next type of cell is DNES cells. These DNES cells located basally, here DNES cells located basally, and these are not extended up to mucus. These only present in the basal region. DNES cells means diffuse neuroendocrine system cells, and these cells are responsible for production of hormones. Next type is brush cells, brush bordered cells. these brush bordered cells are having receptors, sensory receptors are present, and these brush bordered cells here sensory receptors present towards the base. Next type of this epithelium is avascular in nature, means blood supply is not occurred from basement membrane. Here basement membrane nucleus supplies towards the epithelium, nucleus supplies towards the epithelium, and these nutrients from the basement membrane supplies to the epithelium. Next layer is goblet cells. Next layer is lamina propria region. In this lamina propria region, blood vessels, nerve fibers and gland cells, ducts are present in this lamina propria region. Next layer is submucosa layer. In this trachea, muscularis mucosa layer is absent. Muscularis mucosa layer absent. Submucosa layer mainly consists tracheal glands. These tracheal glands are mucus glands. Mucus glands provides covering of mucus in the epithelium to trap the dust particles. Next, tracheal gland is serous alveolus gland, and this serous alveolus secretes watery secretion to keep the epithelium moist and always keep the humidity, the inspired air. This submucosa again contains loose connective tissue, large blood vessel, lymphatic vessels are present, lymphatic aggregation in the form of lymphatic nodules. Next layer is cartilaginous ring. Here in this cartilaginous layer, here perichondrion, outer and inner perichondrion layer is present, and middle layer, here chondrocytes, lacunae and matrix are present. In this layer, C-shaped cartilaginous ring present in cartilage layer, and these C-shaped rings are incomplete towards the posterior side, and these towards the posterior side, here fibrous connective tissue, that is smooth muscles are present, and these smooth muscles are interlocking with each other. These smooth muscles runs transversely, some runs longitudinally, some runs obliquely. The transverse muscle fibers attach largely to the ends of cartilaginous rings. This is often called as trachealis muscles. Towards the posterior side, muscles present, it is called as trachealis muscles. Trachealis muscles. This is called as trachealis muscle. Diagnostic characters of tracheal mucosa unfolding contains pseudostratified ciliated columnar epithelial cells, tracheal glands present in the submucosa layer, that is serous and mucus gland is present, and presence of trachealis muscles present, as well as outer layer, that is adventitia and fibrosa present towards the outer region. It mainly contains connective tissues parts This is all about the histology of trachea. Thank you.